Alright guys, hello, second video for today. Yeah, lucky I'm going to chuck up some because I want to, okay? Yeah, so what I didn't mention in the last video, which I really should have done when I was talking about Marianne escaping Mariupol, the one thing that was actually critical for her to escape, because she did consider it when there was an evacuation corridor that they could have got through. Some people were leaving, some friends of hers were leaving, and what they said is, if you are going to come, you need to supply benzene. She didn't have any canisters of benzene. Money was absolutely useless. It was the fuel that made the difference, and she missed that one. This is why she had to walk out of eventually have to walk out of Mariupol to Melikina, and then on to Berjansk and Zaporozhye. And Zaporozhye, okay, for these people who can't quite pronounce it, Zaporozhye, and then on to Poland, yeah. Yeah, she had no money, and there were humanitarian buses being laid on. But initially, the bug-out people, the people that were ready to leave straight away because they knew what was going to happen, yeah, guys, yeah, they had vehicles with fuel ready, and any passengers were to provide fuel as well. Yeah, so they had a tradable item. It's like no ride for free, isn't it? So yeah, that's the thing. Just to put in the back of your minds. Yeah, you know, if you haven't a couple of spare canisters, your vehicle's broken down, you need to get out. You got a tradable item, haven't you? Yeah. So yeah, I nipped out today, done a little bit of work. Blackberry bush, the garden centre down the road sells all sorts of stuff. I didn't realise, yeah. Blackberry bush and a blueberry, yeah, which I'm going to grow around the frame now. I thought, yeah, where can I put them? I don't know what I'll do. I'll put them on the frame, and I'll expand that, so possibly we can have some fruit bush a barrier down the pathway. Yeah, I'm just making it up as I go along. I don't know what I'm doing at the moment, as I keep telling you, but as it's growing, as I start to understand things, then a picture starts to form. You've got to do it to understand it. You can't get the strategies in place first. You literally have to just hit the ground running and then learn from there, and I'm learning. I just want you to say hello to my little friends. Yeah, look at this. I don't know what that is. This is supposed to be a runner bean. It may well be, but it isn't growing the same way. So we'll find out what it is later. It might actually be a weed yet. We do have a drop-in, if you like. Andy next door said it was a seed that had been dropped by a bird, and it's just started growing, and it is growing very quickly. And I mean, I looked at it earlier and the leaves weren't open. They are now. Yeah, so that's nature. That will find its way, whichever way it will do. And it's the same with human nature. It will find a way to reproduce and survive. This is what we can count on. So anyway, yeah, the WAR, yeah, and the hysteria around it. I am absolutely shocked at how much the Americans, the Europeans and the Brits want to throw at Ukraine to beef them up. They are desperate, aren't they? $40 billion from US Congress, and they have a free rein to trolley dash wherever they like, the Ukrainians, to buy what they want, except for nuclear weapons. Yeah. Britain gave initially, was it 400 million? And then 1.3 to 1.6 billion pounds, and then you have Europe throwing in another 15 billion euros. Okay, so what is said in certain circles that this is a money laundering operation, because that type of money thrown at an army that is becoming beleaguered is, what are they going to do with it? What the hell are they going to buy? Yeah, it's beyond me, because I don't know. I'm not on that pay grade in the military at all. But it's interesting to watch to see what happens with this cash. But it has been inferred that it is actually a money laundering operation, where the money goes in and it goes out the back door. It goes to their mates. Yeah, I'm very suspicious of this. It does smack of desperation. And all these sanctions that have been put on, why is this so important to them? Yeah, it's not about freedom and liberty. That's bullshit. Yeah, if you knew what the political climate was there, then it would give you a suspicion. It would give you grounds for suspicions to arise. Well, there is in my mind anyway. Okay, so yeah, one resource which is good on the old internet is the Drivestand Report, which he's American, and he's actually very, very good at analysing the battle movements and what's happening on the ground. Snake Island, if you know about that, that was the Ukrainians tried to take it, and eventually the Russians handed them their ass. And he does explain what happens there. He's watching, yeah, and analysing data all the time. And then there's a town, Popasnaya, which has been taken, which is actually quite critical to this war. And he's explaining why it's taking so long for the Russians, the DNR, LNR, and the Chechens, or the Allied forces, as they call them, to take the ground. Okay, it's not a quick war at all, because the way he's described it is that they're taking villages, houses, which are actually quite structurally sound for defending against bullets, and then digging communication trenches in between those, and then defending those, which the forces then have to take each one after another, after another, after another. I'm pretty sure some of you military guys understand that. A lot of you are just up for the excitement and the thrills and spills of watching MPADs take out Russian tanks, and the opposite, yeah. But the strategy, I think, is quite important to understand. Once you see how it's built out, you'll probably understand that the stuff that we're being fed on the mainstream media is just for children and stupid adults and other people who are too lazy to look into it, okay? As I said before, I'm neutral on this, and I do understand what's going on, and we'll just leave it at that. I know there's some children there that are just obsessed about one side or another, and it's just doesn't rub it with me. I'm a bit long in the tooth for that sort of thing now. Yeah, this goes with preppers as well. Actually, there's a couple I've noticed that get a little bit excited and try to twist the narrative, and they're always twisting the narrative that it's going to all kick off in the next 48 hours. Which, okay, there's developments, and it is worrying. There's no doubt about it, but they will make themselves look fools if things don't go the way they predict. Yeah, it's too early to say whether we're going to be blapped by a nuclear weapon or two. I don't think so, not at this point in time, because NATO, America, hasn't actually stepped in, although they have their fingers in it. They are involved. It's a proxy war. There's no actual involvement. So, yeah, there's one reason I'm keeping an eye on this and trying to find reliable sources. So down below is a video from the Duran, which Drivestand actually will give you a contact or where he is at, that you can read his stuff if you want to. It's interesting. It's just straightforward. It's not like, oh my God, look at this and look at that. It's just an analysis, yeah, which is better. I like that type of thing, and I'm sure you do too. It's more intelligent, isn't it? Yep. So, right. That is it for now. I'm waiting for a phone call from the WORK brigade to see if I can go back tomorrow. I've heard nothing at all, so being like 12 o'clock, it's like, yeah, okay, whatever. I'll have a couple of days off and book some holiday, why not? Weather's almost nice. It's threatening to rain, and to be honest with you, I would really need some rain right now to water these plants, so I don't have to keep lunging all this stuff out here, yeah? Which is another thing, actually, is about resource management now. I'm becoming more aware of the water that I'm using with things like washing machine, washing up, showers and baths. I have a bath because I need to soak the oil out of my skin and the crap that I accumulate during the day. Yeah, and the amount that we actually pay for services, because when I pay for the processed water or the treatment of the water and delivery too, I'm also paying for all the water, all the rainwater that comes off the roof that they deal with, and all the sewage that I put out, okay? So why don't I try to recover some of that water? They call it grey water, yeah, which is stuff from the washing machine and from the shower, yeah, which may involve manual handling it down the stairs to put it somewhere yet. Don't know about that one, but I'm looking that up. There's a hell of a lot of stuff that's going on through my head. Now that I'm faced with these problems, I can deal with them. When I don't know about you, but if you're only faced with hypotheticals, you only briefly glance over them. When you are faced with a problem which you have to deal with, you will immerse yourself in it completely, won't you? Yeah? Or do you not? I don't know. That's your affair. I know that the way that I operate is that, say I've got a new job, I have to immerse myself in it and learn all about it and adapt myself to all of that and work my life around it, yeah? If I'm presented with a problem like we are now, then I have to spend a lot of time actually planning out the next steps, okay? So I'm not expecting a new key dropping out of the sky, although sometimes, I don't know about you, but you know, you have those, they're not fantasies, they're just imagination of what the ideal situation would be in that you could survive in, okay? And I'm pretty sure that most preppers do have, because they have prepped for that scenario, haven't they? Yeah. But what would be the options for you? Would it be surviving a biological attack where 99% of the population dies, therefore it's good for you? You survive because you're immune and your family is, so you can just get on with it, or an economic collapse where you have to struggle? Or do you like the nuclear war option, or the EMP drop where everything goes out and you have to start back from basics? Or what boils the kettle? Have you actually thought about it? I know I have, and I would much prefer that quite a lot of people fucked off, so there was plenty of resources, yeah. Any type of economic downturn and people are looking for food, they already are looking for cheap food. Which reminds me, okay, if you got to this part of the video, this is pretty good, because resources, when you are keeping dried rice, you need water and you need to boil it, okay? Now, these packets of rice, which are ingredients in these, for instance, as basmati rice, is 99% rice, basmati rice, water and sunflower oil, okay? The sell-by date, or the use-by date on these is actually quite generous. It's 17th to the 10th, 23, okay? So that's a year and 4 months. No, 5 months, a year. That's a year and a half, say. Year and a half to use that, okay? Which is, therefore, there's 2 portions in each packet. Well, if you're a small person, yeah. 35 pence each. 35 pence each. Egg fried rice or this, or you get mixtures of all sorts, don't you, from Lidl. So I think that's an absolute bargain steal, yeah, because you don't have to use much energy to process these. You don't have to boil the rice. It's already cooked for you. Yeah, so all you need to do is a bit like an MRE, isn't it? Split it open. You can eat it cold or warm it up quickly. It says 2 minutes. 2 minutes in the microwave, but I do these in like 30-second blasts, 2 30-second blasts, and they're done. Yeah. So just a thought. Yeah, just a thought. These and beans, and you're laughing, aren't you? Yeah. All right. Anyway, so I'll see you in the next video. Take it easy. Enjoy the weekend when it comes up. Yeah. All right. See you later. Hang on, it's only Tuesday, isn't it? I'm going to start talking to these plants, I think. Yeah. How you doing, mate? You all right? You're my little friend. Look at you. You grow so big so quickly, huh? You grow so big so quickly. That's interesting, yeah? You plenty of water. You stay nice sunshine. You grow. You make me food. And then I can put you in a compost heap, take your seeds and make you grow again. Yeah. Oh, you're still there, are you? Sorry about that. Anyway, see you later.